good evening, everybody. How are we? Put that stick away. Because I got mine too. Don't you worry, I got mine. I got my yardstick.
Artie, you can't scare me. I had 3 older sisters.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You win. G'day, everybody, and good afternoon. I can't say good morning anymore, so good afternoon and good evening. Since some people over the other side of the equator decide to change the times again, it's a crazy time of the year. Yeah, we are in the afternoon, no longer in the morning here in Australia, but it's still evening over in the US, and it's late at night in Europe and wherever else you may be. A quick hello to everybody here. Monzel, yeah, g'day, bud. Have a good day out. It is, yeah, sort of a crazy day here, weather-wise. Yeah, apparently we got big hail here yesterday,
Right.
like baseball. Hot dog parlor, Andy, yeah, good night, bud. Yeah, I know how you feel. I was like that last week. Ray and Tammy and Ray, g'day, guys. How are you? Les in Grafton, how are you, buddy? Hopefully you're doing well. Greg, our good mate Greg down in Melbourne, how are you? Chuck Schruber, how are you? Nice to see you in here, mate. Hopefully you're doing all right. Who else we got here? Tim, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you. Jean Ricard. Geez, I haven't seen him in here for a while.
Well, it's on so late where he's at, but apparently he is staying up late.
Oh, yeah.
A crazy Dane.
Yeah, they are nuts. I mean, I was starting to see
most of them are fine. Jean's just crazy.
Oh, so I'll run into some of them, and they are a bit nuts. So it looks not many people here today. They must I wouldn't be here either, but yeah, you know, I just come out to say hello and show you guys what's been going on. 9 months. What happens in 9 months? Ben and Rochelle next door had a baby. And I think a few others had the baby in the 9 months. And I've got a package.
And you have had a delivery.
Yeah, I have had the delivery. Not my babies, they're still in the oven. The TGV is finally here.
And there was
not a bad train.
Let there be rejoicing.
Yeah. We'll have to get the cigars out later. I'm a little bit disappointed with it, though.
Uh-oh.
I'm a little bit disappointed for a Trix model. I'm a little bit disappointed because it won't make it up the steep slide going up it. Going down, it's no problem. And he's got 2 units, but apparently he must be dragging the other unit. I don't know. Because I found something interesting in it. When I was doing a calibration, the power switches between the front power unit and the rear power unit, the way the power gets picked up. So we must have something going on inside of it.
Or just French, it's got to be difficult.
No, he
might try talking to it in French.
Well, it's a German.
Allez, s'il vous plaît.
I tried that; it didn't work. I even tried to speak to it in German. It didn't understand my German either. The Austrians did.
That's not saying much.
But
the Austrians barely speak German themselves.
Well, I don't think they know what they are, German or Hungarian, because they've got a mixture of everything in them.
No, not the true Austrians. They control the large area that have those people, but the true Austrians are very, well, let's just say, as Germans like to point out, Hitler was an Austrian.
Yeah, okay. All right.
And all those crazy Habsburgs were too.
Well, on top of that, I did get my This is the old one, but the extruder for the 3D printer. Unfortunately, they sent me the wrong one. Because the one that they sent me is the pin that's in here where everything goes into is the wrong one. So there's a Black Friday sale going on up at JCar. So instead of me waiting 2-3 weeks for another one, I'm just going to go up and get a 3D printer for now, the same one, and use the head of it. But the spare one that I did get, I will keep that one for the smaller 3D printer that I did buy, which I was going to steal the head from it. I heard that you got a shipment this week from Lipper. Was that a pre-order?
It was the Christmas calendars, the figurine calendars, which I showed on my live stream yesterday.
Oh, okay, so, yep. So I didn't get to see your stream yesterday.
Yeah,
I was out of town.
I was out of town that week. Yeah, that's a joke you wouldn't understand. So yeah, I got the 2 figure calendars, Nook and Fowler, so I can do those. And
I knew I should have got them.
I bought a new double slip because I've got a double slip over here that's acting up, so I did that. And I got some other little knickknacks. And since I was ordering that, I picked up a couple of more decoders. So I've added a couple of guys to the fleet, including this guy that I just finished before we went live. Got this another little KLVM, which means Kleine Lokomotive von Märklin, KLVM, little locomotives from Märklin or by Märklin. And I converted this from analog to digital, took out the relay and put in a decoder. And as I was cleaning it, messing about, I realized, it doesn't have traction tires. So we added some traction tires because it was running kind of weird. And then I started cleaning it and go, that's why it's running weird. No traction tires. It's got traction tires, and now it's running nicely. So got a couple little bits. So 2 new trains added to the fleet. One ran in the live stream, the little painted. It's basically, it looks identical to this, except Herb painted his green and put a little Purcell soap sign on it. I've got a little Purcell train over there.
Right. Now, with me this week, I received 3 trains this week. One is the TGV front, which we all knew. I've been very upset about with the service, and he's lost a customer. I'm not going back to him again. I'll do without. Like, I do want another set of 2 cars for the TGV set. But I'm not going to get it from him. I'm going to seek it somewhere else. But my Jagenbergers, two of the 3 Jagenberger sets that I had pre-ordered are here. I think I mentioned it last week. Let me just duck out the screen for a sec. The 4748s. I've got the 3-car versions already.
Hi, Randall.
G'day, Randall. How are you, buddy? I don't know if anybody has heard, but what's his name? Roy is not well. He's in hospital. Hopefully you're doing well. If you're watching this, Roy, our thoughts are with you. You got you ticked the box of the going in an ambulance. Thank God it was just with the lights on and no sirens. I was escorted by police, only because I had to get to the hospital real quick. But the thoughts are with you, bud. Hopefully you get well. So anyway, the 4K Jagenbergers here. Let me get my light. Now, the one, I've got 3 different versions. These are the 4-car sets. I didn't get it up, didn't put it on the layout yet because I was going to do it last night, but the TGV is a bit of a bugger to pull apart, and I can't change the address away from 3. But this is something I'm going to have on the layout after I do a rebuild. I mean, nice packaging with it, you got to say. And they are a nice model. Now, this set here, oh, this is a different one. This is not what I was expecting. I think I got
surprise.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, Ray Middleton.
Must have been the other. It must be the other box. But let me just get this bigger.
Ooh, another City Jet.
Another City Jet. Now, this is one of those that were running out of Innsbruck. It has got showers, but this one's the one that ran from up into Salzburg from Innsbruck. It was basically based in Innsbruck.
What's it say on the bottom car?
Pardon?
What's it say on the bottom car?
The bottom one is City Jet, but
yeah,
in the middle of it, Salzburg.
Right, but it's still a City Jet. The white and orange livery in that type is the Austrian City Jet because they do rail jet, night jet, City Jet.
Yeah, well, this one, but with that, what they have, with a lot of these, they are now specifically in a certain area. And then they do, let me see if I can hold it. I don't know if the writing will come up. Can you see the writing in there?
Yeah, Salzburg, Vienna. They just give the course there, but yeah, it's still a City Jet.
Yeah.
They just
now
there
is another one that I've got. It's been in the other box. If you guys want me to get it, I'll get it. But this is going to go. This is going to be one of the 3. The other one is the one that goes from Innsbruck to Lindau. Now that should be the one in the other wrapping.
Got a few pictures of those.
Yeah. Okay, let me just put this away nicely. No, that doesn't go that way. It goes this way. And then I've also got the one that runs in basically the Tyrol region, the 4-car express.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am going to need a bigger layout, I think. Eventually. Let me get the other one.
That might be on video as opposed to camera that I've got.
The one that runs in the Innsbruck area, or the Tyrol area, as I call it. It's actually got a grey on it, where the I believe it's the orange. Yeah, they've actually got part of the front with grey on it, but that hasn't arrived just yet. But the rail jets, they're both the same. Hang on, something's going on here.
Houston, we got a problem.
Yeah, we do have a problem. Big problem. These are not the one. Anyway. Yeah, we do have a problem. It's supposed to be I'm gonna have to get in touch with them. This one's the same one. Okay. Yeah, we do have a problem, Houston. Okay.
All right.
Get in contact with them. Not a big loss, but one of them's got sound in and one hasn't. So, yeah. No less. They're 4 cars. Well, yeah, well, that's the thought. I can do it as an 8-car set. So I'll have one left over, but it's going to be a bit awkward. It means I'll have to do some modifying on the front. About a meter until you reach. I'll only do that, John, if you're going to come around here to give me a hand to do it. But there's no bloody way in the world am I going to do that, because when I've got to move out, I've got to tear it all down again. And I'm not going to go through that. Yeah, that was a bit of a disappointment. Not a big worry. I'll have to go through my order list, but the rail jets have arrived, so I'm going to get that up. I'm going to get them coming. Yeah, that's quite interesting. I should have checked them out. That place looks familiar.
Yeah, that's Lindau Station.
Yeah.
And that's
that's the actual Lindau itself.
That's Lindau, and that's a city jet in the background.
Now, the ones that they actually have got
that's
running,
exactly what you got, except that's the Lindau route, and you've now got the Salzburg Vienna route one.
Yeah, the one that I want is the one that I did have is the one that's the Innsbruck Lindau. It's actually got let me see if I can.
And it's kind of hard to read, but that's this one is the Innsbruck Lindau one, because I don't know how many.
There's 8, I believe, but they've changed.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know how many. I don't know how many cities in Austria have direct to Lindau routes. I think Innsbruck is the only one that is direct Innsbruck to Lindau.
Right. Yeah, but there is the one that actually the ones that run from Innsbruck to there. They're actually got. Let me see if I can get Lipper's page up. That'll be the best way to show it.
Now, mind you, this is from 6 years ago. That's from 2019. That's the last time Joyce and I were in Lindau.
Oh, in Lindau, yeah. Yeah, they do look they do look different. Here we go, Linda. Wow, who am I after? I'm after Jagenberger. That's right.
Jagerndorfer, yeah.
Oh, there it is. Jagendorfer. No, that's not the one I want. I want the drivetrains. That's the one I want. Let me find that. I might as well share what I'm doing.
Yeah, because we went to Joyce and I are the only time we were in Innsbruck was 2017. We went to Innsbruck.
It's a lovely city. I do want to go back there again.
Yeah, it's a very, very pretty city. It is in winter. It's epic. In summer.
It's funny because I actually feel homesick from there.
Yeah. I mean, I do like Innsbruck, but my heart, if you ever go back to Germany, you should go to Dresden. You might, the mountains aren't nearly as high as the Alps, but there's just something that Joyce has said, if we ever move to Germany, the one place she'd want to move to is she'd want to live in the, actually the town of Pirna, which is outside of Dresden. That is, if we were to move to the UK, she would probably do Cardiff. And if we were to move anywhere else, she would do, if we were to go to Germany, it'd be Dresden.
Now, if you guys can see this is the Tyrol version. This is one of the ones that are on order. Now, it's got the VVT. Now, VVT is actually the Tyrol's transit service, which basically runs throughout the whole of Tyrol, and they combine them all together with the local, with OBB. Now, there is
Verkehr Verbund.
Yeah.
The VV is Verkehr Verbund, and T is Tirol, which is basically northern and western Austria. The Tirol.
Yeah. So this is the one. This is one still to come.
So Verkehrsverbund Tirol.
And I have been on it, and it has actually got, like, we on the head of it, it's actually got grey on it, like,
yeah,
on the front of the cab.
Yeah, because that what you're showing there, that is the newer.
Altogether, there's 8 sets that actually sit in Innsbruck's station yards, which I counted. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's actually 4. Is it 4? 8 sets there of them. No, I'm not buying 8 sets. You can forget about that. It gets a bit expensive.
Yeah, I mean, they have 8 sets because they do highest end 3-rail, a middle level 3-rail, and a relatively cheap 3-rail. And then the same thing in 2-rail digital. And then they'll have 2 analog versions. So yeah, you can get anywhere from, Jäger will make anywhere from 4 to 8 versions of a train set because they make it for.
Oh, here it is. This is the one that should have been here.
Yeah, the older version. Yep.
Come on. Now this is the V-Mobile.
V-Mobile.
Okay, that's one. Now this is the one that I saw down in Lindau.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually running. Then I saw running between, sitting in the yard. There's 2 of them. They're covered up as 2 sets, but there's actually 4. One is based in Innsbruck, one set. I don't know where the other one is. But they used to leave Innsbruck in roughly about, 6 o'clock in the morning to go down towards Lindau, but it actually takes you down to the tourist part.
The cassette car.
And I've actually did spot it when I was down in Lindenberg. I actually did spot these down there as well. It's a shame I didn't get the photo of it because there's a nice little, like a little Ford sort of thing where the train's actually going on a separate section raised near the water's edge where the boats are. So that's what I was actually hoping that was in that box. So I don't know. There might be a bit of a mix-up. Mm-hmm. I'll get in contact with them over the next couple of days because it's nice to have 2 of these, but I prefer only one and one of these because I've got nowhere to put them. I'm running out of places where to put it. So that's... So the orders and everything else is slowly coming to an end. I still got the road yet to come. I shouldn't have closed it. The other, actually, Anthony showed it on his stream. when it was shown a Roku catalog early in the year.
Oh, okay.
I was going to get the commuter car set that they have on. Actually, I still got the website up. Let's go back.
Because the one I would like to have gotten and didn't order, and they're in now, but I think the ACs are sold out, was the Regio Jet. That's the yellow one, which is the new local commuter, where now the city jets are called city jets because they go from city to city, but they're commuter traffic, but they will go long distance. The rail jets are the high speed, and then those city jets are the slower speed, but they'll do the long distance trips. And then now they have the Regio jets, which are the smaller, very small town and village routes that they're taking the city jets off of, and some of the other things they used to use, they're now replacing with the city jet, or the not city jet, Regio jet.
Yeah,
I like the look of the Regio jets, but we saw them when we were in, because we lived a week in Salzburg and then a few days in Vienna. We did a week in Salzburg and like 4 days in Vienna in 2023.
Because I did notice there's a lot of talents moving about there at the moment.
Mm-hmm. I like the talents, especially the 442s, the talent twos as they're called, but the 442s.
Yeah, they're actually quite nice. But you know what? When I compare the Brava compared to the Jägerberger's ones, when you look at the interior on the Jägerberger is a more accurate looking color. They've actually got more.
Yeah. Jägendorfer puts a lot of effort into appearance. I don't. My personal opinion, if I'm going to be negative, my personal opinion of Jägendorfer collection is they don't put as much work into really high-end motors. Now, obviously, you're having a problem with the tricks, but that's a criticism I have with my Märklin high-speed trains like the IC4, that the motor in them is not strong enough to push the 12-car rake up and 2% incline. It's okay going on a roundabout. But the minute you have an incline, they don't like it as much unless you have like a 1% or 0.5% incline. And who does that?
Well, we saw that Tyrrell special that I had on. Was it last week or the other week that I had on here? Mm-hmm. That's a Jägerberger one. And it pulls it as good as the Roku ones do. The 1144 that I got in here as well, which is actually no, that's a Jägerberger one too. No, that's a Pico. Sorry. But the little switches, they run pretty well, except for this little one. This one is a bit problematic.
Right, but you're not going to pull a long 8-car long carriage high-speed train with that.
No, that's basically on
that, and that's my point. Like my Jägendorfer locomotive, I've had two. I got the Beethoven, and then I had the Night Jet, and the Night Jet was gorgeous, and in my opinion, better looking than the Roku one that I have now, but it could not. It couldn't pull an ant up the incline, and then it died, so it got sent back.
Now, what I did do, because I do have other commuter services here, and I actually did travel on this one too. I was heading. It was coming in through Innsbruck one day, one of the trains, and I thought, what the heck? I'm just going to go on it. It was actually heading to Graz. And it was going along the line that took me to a lot of nice spots, let's put it this way. And they're pretty common, these cab cars there. I was hoping to get a set with the carriages with it, but it sold out already. They went like this. I am reaching out to Patrick to see if he's got any coming, because it'd be nice to get a full set. If not, it's not a big. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. As long as I've got the cab cars, because I can fix one of these orange ones that they've got, because I do run them even on them around Austria, particularly out of Innsbruck. So yeah, I've got two of these coming. I've got the flat car set as well. That was in the catalogue. I couldn't resist it, but the idea with the flat cars is I want to make, because it's another common sight I saw in the freight yard there in Innsbruck. With the freight cars, they actually had, you know how they're doing the Brenner Tunnel.
Yeah.
Not far from. They're actually made up at what's the name of that place now? Yangba, at Yenba, where the narrow gauge steam engine is. Just up on the other side, which is out of camera, is where they're making all the tunnel. Not quite as young, but I'm more concentrating on this because they're hassle-free. They're hassle-free, particularly on my layout the way it is at the moment. But I haven't done away with them.
But let's admit it. To many of us, once you do a European train, it's an addiction.
Yeah.
It's an addiction. And all of a sudden the other stuff. Now you will go back. Like suddenly I'm branching out to American trains, but it's American trains made for my European system by the European companies. Once you go European, you're never going back. No.
It's funny because I was talking with Joe last week, and there was another mate of mine up in Canada I was talking to this week. When you look at the value for money between the European, Australian, and American, the Europeans win hands down. Example, this set here, right? I'm going to say comparison. It's to the Australian dollar. I'm going to go to the retail price. I'm not going to say how much I'll pay for it, but the recommended retail price of this will be about $800 Australian.
Okay.
It's got a sound chip in it. It's got detail inside of it. It's got, painted detail. Even the headrest where you got the red seat covers, it's painted.
Especially with Jägendorfer, yeah.
If you look hard enough, you probably might even find some stains on the bloody seats.
Jägendorfer and Brava really go beautifully with the interior details.
Oh, don't they ever? And then you got
Kato in N scale is the same way.
In this one here, the destination boards, you can swap them out.
Okay, yeah.
And it's got separate lining. It's got lining on inside. Okay, now let me go to an Australian model. Right, I had bought the V set and the Tangara. Right, they're valued the same as this, but not to the same quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get your sound chip in it, but there's no lining on the inside. Tangari, you get no destination board with it. It's black.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same price as this. Now, even the V set, which is a little bit longer, I put it on the layout. As soon as he sees a curve or a track curve, comes off the track. This, okay, there is something I have to do on the hose part of it, which we found out. But this and a lot of the other stuff that we got, you put it on and it runs. The talent is articulated on the spot. It runs. I put it together and it runs. And the one that really surprised me, I might as well share it, is the TGV. Okay, TGV is going up a little bit in price. What is it? $1,600 Australian. That's with the 2 power cars and the 2 carriages. But mind you, Trix is one of the is a Markland, so you will get extra in it. But on average, you have a look at the railjet set, for example. That is actually, in price comparison, that's equivalent to the XPT set. XPT set, 2 power units, 5 cars, $1,600 on average. The one that I have here, the railjet, I've got 1 engine and 7 cars for the same price. Interiors, they're pretty accurate. The cab car has actually got directional lighting. There's lighting on inside of the carriages. This particular loco that I have here is actually wired up, so I've got continuous power going straight throughout the whole carriage for the same price. Now, when I put that on the layout...
Hey, Chase.
G'day, Chase. When I put that on the layout, I had no issues. Well, until the trucks get dirty and the cab cars wheels are getting dirty, so they're coming off very shortly. G'day, Chase. How are you, buddy? But, yeah, European has got in the market. And I actually mentioned that to Joe because he does manufacture trains. I said, and there was another guy, chap there, that manufactures trains too. And I said, this is the thing. The Australians missed the mark. There is a couple of brands in the US. Yeah, they've gone in super detail. But the detail on the wheels are causing a lot of the trains to derail because they get caught. Oh, cool. That'd be nice. That'd be great. That'd be cool to see. Now, I don't know what's running. I'm supposed to have X amount of trains running, but I've got the new one coming up the grade.
There it is.
But you do get
familiar.
So soon I will actually have a proper railjet locomotive. I mean, I just got the email the other day, so. And in a moment, you'll see the TGV at long last. There she is. What is she?
I must make it to the top. I'm getting tired.
He can make it up that way, but he doesn't like the other end.
Blues, this is such a steep incline. I cannot take it.
But mind you, that is a steep incline, though.
We're used to making the territorialists do all this work, and now you're making us do it. Sacre bleu, merde.
But even with that, like, actually, I got to say, to connect because I did buy the buffet and buffet car set to go with it. 2-car set.
I was very disappointed. I bought the buffet car, and there was no buffet in it.
Yeah, well,
I was looking forward to a meal.
So was I.
False advertising. Don't call it a buffet car if it doesn't come with a buffet.
Yeah, excuse me. To be articulated on where they connect up together, I've got to say that they actually blended in pretty well. They either connected pretty well. Pulling them apart is going to be another thing. Because I'm only running it on today, and we'll be removing it later on tonight. But look at that. It's really nice. I do want to get another 2-car set for it. But that's going to be pushing it in one of the passing signings I've got. But yeah, it's finally here. I can't believe it.
Indeed.
The only thing that I, because I did have the sound on, I'm not going to put the sound on now because then I really got to yell. Like with the sound on it, when they do stop, the cooling fans do actually die down a bit. This one doesn't. Maybe it's to do with the settings. I don't know. But hey, still a nice unit. Now, the conductors of the station announcements has got it both in French and German. It actually got the announcements to Munich, going into Munich station. So with a lot of the rail jets that I've got here, they do run into Munich, and the ICE going into Munich as well. So it runs in, I suppose you can say it runs pretty well in my collection. Yeah, why did you stop there? Oh, you're waiting for the platform. Okay. I've only got 4 trains running tonight. Or today I've got the DGV for a first maiden run, so everybody gets to see it. I've got the railjet. I've got one talent doing, which is that talent coming? Yeah, there's a talent coming down the grade now, and I've got the 3-car 4748 deciding on doing something down there by the station. Probably waiting for a line. But yeah, I'm actually quite pleased because I always wanted a TGV. I really wanted the orange one, and I did want the silver one. So yeah, I'm happy. But my purchasing is actually coming to an end for now. Because when I looked at it, because this week I've got next few days, I've got to sort out this room and at the front because we've got a routine property inspection. But I've got to find how am I going to store all this in this room. I've been contemplating getting rid of some of my American carriages that are down under the layout here, but it's taking so long to collect a lot of them, and it would be sad to get rid of them because who knows what I'm going to do in the future. Who knows what I'm going to end up doing in the future. I may want the carriages that I already got in the collection. So I might just keep them for now. Windows start. Okay. Oh, now I know what I've done wrong. Okay. There you go.
That's a little quiet tonight.
Yeah.
How y'all doing out there?
Well, I think, after seeing the weather here, I don't know what the weather's like over at your place up there, but
gray and cold. Potential snow tomorrow. Potential snow tomorrow.
Snow? Oh, well.
Yep. Potential
it is coming a winter. It is coming a winter your way. So.
Oh, and speaking of snow and static and all that, after my live stream on Friday, where again we had some glitches, not just the gremlins that recently have been nonstop, something the first half hour of my live stream. Then all the trains run fine. I mean, I could talk about the gremlins, but I find out what it is, and then everything runs beautifully the last 2.5 hours. But anyhow, but with all the internet buffering and the internet problems I've been having, which forced me to go from OBS to StreamYard, and even our internet was struggling with StreamYard, today we installed new internet. We went back to our old original company, but with a new plan, a new system, and they put it up. And I did a test stream with just OBS because it's been 3 months since I've done just OBS, and it went very well. Very, very well. So hopefully this Friday I can just stream with OBS, which means more brilliant and vibrant colors, because the 4K cams will show in 4K as opposed to being condensed for the StreamYard. Because there were times we were running 480 as like watching TV from the 70s. But we were wired as opposed to a 5G Wi-Fi box. We're back to the house is wired in. And then we have a router that sends the signal to the rest of the house, but the computer and my central station are hardwired in to that. So I should be back to stable. And as long as I'm able to push 22, well, we're guaranteed 20 up, but during my live stream test, I was pushing 22, which was like, wow, that's really good that we were getting 20 upload speed. Because I need a minimum of 7 upload speed for my live streams. And lately I've been with this Wi-Fi guaranteed to give me 50 up. I was constantly running 4 to 6.
Yeah, see, I'm g'day, Possum Bio, how are you? See, I'm pushing with my upload speed, I'm pushing 9. But with the download, I'm at 25, and that usually is about 30, 40. Yeah, I'm not happy that I'm having problems again with my download speeds on the internet.
Right.
And I've got to get in contact with them because it's for the price I was paying, it's supposed to be better than what it is.
Absolutely. That's what we were doing with this Verizon, where we were trying out their Verizon 5G wireless. So you get a router box that picks up the whole 5G signal. And then the tech that was installing our internet here was saying that, they claim Toledo's in their full 5G network, and it really isn't. And
well, the thing with us is they're replacing a lot of the old cable here. And they are replacing a lot of the old copper cables with the optical fiber cables. But in the meantime, they actually damaging the infrastructure that's in there.
Oh.
And when it becomes the main line, which we end up finding out last time, as well as the one that I had the problem at the front here, they keep damaging the connections. And that is particularly where the main connections are, and it slows everything down.
Okay.
There is a program that I like to run, and particularly now that I've got this new computer that's outside, where I want to do all my videoing and everything else, it won't run it because the internet download speed is too slow.
Yeah.
And I thought it was the computer, but the computer it's a proper gaming computer. It's one of the latest that you can get. It's got everything in it, and it's like, no, it's what's the word I want to say? It just doesn't want to play ball. So the internet doesn't want to play ball. Because I went to see the guy at the shop, and I go, this computer's no good. And anyway, he has a look, and he goes, "No, your computer, it's your internet."
Yep.
At first, I thought it was because I had the issue with it was stuck on Wi-Fi. I could not plug it into the hardwire. It needed a different cabling. It didn't accept the cable as the cable that I had. So we changed to the new Cat 5 cable. That fixed the problem. So I need to upgrade the cables that are coming out of the modem into the computers, because I'm using Cat 4, and with the new system, they prefer the Cat 5 cable. But the only thing that really annoys me more than anything with the computers, particularly it's more so with Windows 11 now, is it decides to, when you're doing something, it wants to use up, it wants to start, it starts using up your bandwidth.
Mm-hmm.
It'll decide, I'm going to do an update. Look, the computer that's running the layout, it's not connected to the computer, to the internet. But it decides all of a sudden, which is part of the software in Microsoft, I'm going to look for an update. Hey, you're not connected to the internet. Your computer's out of date. It's like, but he ends up shutting things down and freezing things. Like if you noticed last week or even a week before that I actually had problems where the trains weren't doing what they were supposed to. It was because Microsoft's working in the background saying, hey, you need to update. Oh, look, there's a download. I'm going to put a download in.
Yeah. I mean, that's some of the problems too, is you get different companies upgrade their system, and then stuff that works within their system is no longer fully compatible. And then you got to wait for that company to catch up with their upgrade and all that insanity. Our problem with our original local cable and internet company was that they send a type of signal, a security signal out about once a week. And what that signal does is it basically traces everybody that's got a legitimate connection to all the people that have pirate connections. It actually reads. And so it reboots the system. So the pirate connections no longer work because they'd have to re-sign in. But if you have a system, you're automatically re-signed in. The problem is we were paying at the time, we upgraded our system to a 10 Mbps upload, which was enough to handle my live streaming. But every time they sent that stupid security thing out and it rebooted and realigned our account, it kept putting us on the previous plan again, which was 5 up.
Yeah.
And so it kept rebooting us down to 5. And I would have to do speed. So I wound up doing that, where I was constantly doing speed tests before I went live. And then it's like, oh crap, we're only pulling 5. And if I had time, the cable company would reboot our system and give us the 10 back. And I could do a regular live stream on OBS. But we just got tired of it and their inconsistency and the fact that we were always getting bounced down to 5, that we finally left them after 40 years of business with them. We left them. And if you count the years my dad had service before I went on my own, 50 some years with the company, we went to this Verizon guaranteed 50 Mbps up and 600 down. And we were getting about 80 down. And the last month, we've been getting 4 to 6 up, which is why I've been having to use StreamYard. But like my live stream 2 weeks ago, I was getting 2 up. And even StreamYard is going to struggle when you're only getting 2 Mbps up on the internet.
Yeah.
And so I was getting really frustrated, but I'm trying to watch movies with my grandson because he found a movie he liked. And I was like, well, I'll let him watch the movie so I can go into Mark Dunnigal Dad's live stream on Thursday afternoon, which I haven't been into in months. And I finally got a chance to go in there, but then the movie is freezing up every 5 seconds because it's buffering because our internet is having an issue. And you just get so sick of it. It's like, come on, people. So, yeah, we got new internet. And so hopefully I'm going to do I might do a live stream tomorrow, a public live stream tomorrow. But the problem is Dwight has a live stream at 2. 8 in the morning is Hot Dog Pilot Andy, my time. So I don't like to step on anybody's toes. I mean, technically, there's always somebody live streaming, but maybe before... after Andy's, if nobody else is on, and before Dwight Curley's, I'll do it just like a 1 hour. I always say 1 hour, and then I'm on for 2.5.
Well, I'm going to try to get onto him because I missed him in the last 2 weeks. And I feel bad because he's always in my streams. He's always in everybody else. But the way my workload this last couple of weeks has just been exhausting. And I've just been bleh. And now his stream for me is going to be midnight. So, yeah, I'm going to have to get the matchsticks out and the
Hey,
toothpick.
Rick.
G'day, Rick. Yeah. So I am going to make an effort in making a 2 stream tonight because there are a few things I want to get done. I've got this one here, the TGE is going to take a bit to pack her up because I've taken that off the track tonight.
Right.
And slowly in the next week after the inspection and that, I am going to be starting to take trains off the layout. Don't know where I'm swapping on, but I'm going to be taking the trains off the layout because I want to start working on I want to do some dirty stuff on the layout. And what I mean by dirty stuff is I've got to cut timber. I want to start doing scenery. And of
We
course,
know what you mean, Artie.
Yeah. It's all right. The security cameras have been turned off, Anthony, for your convenience.
Hey, when you're doing dirty stuff, I'm not about to look in. I don't swing that way.
No, yeah, thank God for that. But I will need to.
What happens in a kangaroo's pouch stays in a kangaroo's pouch. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah. But what I will need to do.
What happens in Wollongong stays in Wollongong.
No, it doesn't. What goes on Wollongong, everybody knows about, particularly when it's Berkeley. You know, I'm in Berkeley, remember? There's no.
Yeah, that's why I said what happens in Wollongong stays in Wollongong. What happens in Berkeley
is everybody's business.
Stays everywhere, right?
Oh, I knew it was. Oh, shit. Oh, yep. Mercy, stop. It's what they need. I am not a red light. I do not have a red light in front of my door. Anthony can vouch for it. When it was here, it was actually white, wasn't it? When you was here.
How much money are you giving me? Yes, it was white.
It was white. I mean, even the planes coming over from Melbourne, going to Melbourne from the US, had to check their charts because they probably thought I was a landing strip.
There was all kinds of colors, man. It just glowed, and it was like a magic rainbow. I thought I was walking on Bifrost, man.
It was all those mushrooms.
It was something in the brownie you baked, Artie.
Yeah, but
never trust an Australian brownie.
Oh, actually, come to think of it, I should have got some brownies when I was down in Canberra this week. Bugger. Well, we're going to be going back down there again. Probably into this week or next week. The following week, I'll be going back down to Canberra again. Because where I get my brownies from is only about another 40 minutes drive south from there. And the reason why I like them is because they make them pretty much the same way as my sister Brenda used to make. So my stepsister Brenda used to make. So
that's where you're going to go down and get the world's best donuts.
Oh, well, yeah, I might as well go do that. No. Actually, I might do that today.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't look too bad down there. The Berry Donut van. We're gonna have to go. Might go for a drive down there this afternoon.
That was impressive. Those were excellent donuts, and to have them fresh baked, like literally right out of the pot and to you. You
know that's amazing, that place there. You know, and you do get some odd tourists that actually turn up from Sydney and whatnot. Oh, what's taking so long? They cook and make the donuts fresh on the spot. They don't keep them on the side where they go off. Even me, when I come in there with work, when we used to work on the bypass,
which is why they only have 2 kinds of donuts, but you win either way.
you still got to wait, you know. The other donut, you got to wait till they finish
Wasn't
their
that bad a wait. I mean, I don't even remember how long the wait was. 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. It doesn't take them that long.
Yeah.
You know, it just depends on how many people are in front of you.
It's a line. Yeah, you have a line, and you got people ordering 24, you know, and they're cooking 24. They're not like cooked and sitting on a shelf waiting to bag in. They are like, you want 24? Okay, throw 24 in. And they're cooking that 24 now. And yeah, they were amazing. That was one of the things where the Aussies can say,
particularly them. And they've been there for how long have I been driving for now? 45, 46 years. So it's 46 years that donut van's been there. Since I know it. I mean, it's been revamped and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been there more longer than that. It's been there close to 55, 60 years now. You know?
Back when you had to sit on a telephone book to drive your truck.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. No, I just had wooden blocks on my feet, you see.
Here we go, everybody.
Oh.
Excuse me, sir. What's your name? Attila Zero. And do you have a license? Of course I don't. I'm only 7.
You know how to drive a truck? You open up the door and you see the 2 gears sticking out. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're right.
I have to wear my mother's 10-inch heels to push the gas pedal.
So, I do need. I think might end up upgrading the computer for the train room this week as well, since we've got the Black Friday sales going on. I'll think about it, so I can actually get everything hooked up together, so I can share what I'm seeing here in front of me. Because I am getting what I've got. I've got 1, 2, 3. I'll end up having 5 cameras. I'm not going to be an Anthony, where I have 2 dozen cameras. Or let him have the honors.
Exaggerate. I'm up to 21. I'm not 2 dozen yet. Let's not exaggerate. I'm at about 20 or 21.
You're not that far from it.
That's counting all the tablets and cell phones that I can add in. Actually, if I were to use Joyce's, I could get up Joyce and my daughters. Then I could be up to 24.
Yeah, there you go.
But not all at one time. I have about 14 cameras that are always on, and then I can add others as needed.
I don't know, because I do have another 2 spare cameras here. I might get 1 more. What a visual, Artie and Hills. No, you don't want to do that. Yeah, I will. Once I fix up all this other stuff that's on behind me here, which I must do, I will actually play around with where I'm going to put the cameras so everybody can visually check it out.
See, that view, all those cameras would be really cool if I actually had quality scenery to make it worth all that. But again, I didn't do cameras to show off my layout. I did cameras so I could see things I couldn't normally see. Before I did my first live stream, I already had 6 cameras on the layout. And that was, 5. I think June of 2020 was my first live stream, and we have not missed a Friday since.
Yeah, well, it's coming close to 4 years since I've been doing live streams. I mean, it's close to 3 years, 3.5 years now that you've been my co-host too.
Yeah, and November 4th was the 7th anniversary of me posting as the Model Train Outsider. My first video went up November 4th of 2018. And And this week, sometime in the next few days, yesterday maybe, was the 8th anniversary of me buying. No, I'm sorry, the 9th anniversary, 10th. Yeah, it was 10th because it was 2015, November 7th of 2015. I bought my first model train.
There you go.
And it arrived on the 11th, but I bought it.
Yeah.
So the addiction set in, yeah.
Yeah, see, I was actually back in that corner there, just up in here, what I'm trying to point in the far corner there. I wouldn't mind putting a camera there to look down in that junction there. Because from where I'm sitting, even with me turning my head, it's hard to see because I've got the entries to the yard and station. Sometimes the trains don't clear the turnouts. So I really want to fix that up so I can actually see there. Because nothing worse when the trains come out of that track and go down the hill and they derail, or the ones coming out of here crashing into it. But it is what it is. So anyway, people, thank you for coming. I am going to go and do the other part of life that I need to do today around here. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for your support. And until next week, actually, I'll get in contact with you sometime this week too. Until 1997. Okay. I officially bought my first train, but bought it out of my own money was in 1983 or 82. So that's a long time ago now. But anyway, and I've still got it somewhere. So anyway, thank you very much. I will be back here again next week. Same time. Australians, it's going to be 12 o'clock Australian time, Sydney time, and everybody else is 8 o'clock US time. So working in between that, and I'll be there then. Bye.
All right, take care, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Chink.
Do.